Cassie is doing this for her benefit and for the benefit of the students.
Okay. But I'm also mindful that there'll be parents out there who think they're the best people to talk to their kids about the issues of HIV and teenage pregnancy.
Oh, my leg!
You'll be okay. Help's on the way. Cassie, you're bleeding. I must have hit my head on the steering wheel years ago. People go on now to live.
You were all over me after the smash. Yeah, we were both bleeding. You had a cut to your scummy head, remember? Pray that you haven't given it to me.
I don't understand why she'd want to tell anybody she has AIDS.
I thought she said she has HIV.
Aren't they the same?
I'm not sure. All I know is she must have done something bad to get it. Maybe Jeff knows. Jeff, did you hear what Cassie told me to tell?
Yeah, I did. You shouldn't be gossiping about it.
I wasn't gossiping. I just feel really sad for her, that's all. But you?
Now's not the time to talk about it.
Why not?
Where's Jeff going? Thought we were all having lunch together.
Yeah, he's acting a bit strange.
Cassie, don't be too hard on yourself. At the time of the accident, there was no way for you to know that you were infected.
Yeah, but I've had plenty of time since to remember that Aden was in the car with me and we were both bleeding. Even today, he was sitting right in front of me and I was so wrapped up in telling my story, I didn't even give it a thought.
From what you told me, you got through to a lot of those kids today. That is an amazingly positive thing to come out of this.
Yes, but I can't leave until I've talked to Aden. He must be absolutely terrified and I can't put it off either just because I'm scared of what he's going to say.
Just give him some time to get his head around it.
Well, that's an excuse the old me would have used.
Well, maybe the new you is smart enough to realise that everybody handles things in their own way, at their own pace.
HIV is a very important issue, and I encourage you all to discuss it with your parents when you get home, all right? If you've got any further questions, you can come and see me. In the meantime, can anybody tell me what the benefits are of 48 Shades of Brown being written in the first person? Annie?
Is it true that only bad people can get AIDS?
No, come on, guys. Look, HIV does not discriminate. Doesn't matter whether you're black or white or straight or gay or bi, whatever. Anyone can contract it. Melody?
Will Cassie's baby be able to live long, being born with AIDS?
What, do you mean HIV or AIDS?
Is there a difference?
Can anyone else answer that question? Okay. You cannot contract AIDS without first being infected with HIV. Now, before we get into the ways you can get it, does anybody know what these letters stand for?
Yeah, the poor boy's had a huge run of bad luck. I mean, what if we lent him some money?
I've already tried and he knocked me back. You know, Rick.
Yeah, well, I suppose you've got to admire him for doing it on his own.
I admire him for being stubborn, more like it.
Oh, I wonder who he gets that from.
You know, I just wish I hadn't taken on those extra people from the diner. Irene and Leah said he asked them for a job, but they couldn't give him a start.
Well, you weren't to know he's going to lose his apprenticeship.
No, but it doesn't make it any easier watching him busting his guts trying to get a job and earn an honest quid. Unlike some people around here. Oi, you should still be at school unless my watch is wrong.
You better get a check then.
Tell you what, somebody ought to teach that boy some manners.
What do you expect? He's a very troubled young man, and it wouldn't hurt to ask yourself why.
Ah, come off it, Morag. The boy's past help. He's nothing like Rick.
No, or maybe not. But you know what a steer in the right direction can do.
Sorry I'm late, but I got the most wonderful excuse.
Oh, well, that makes it all right, then.
The crack in the war memorial opened up, and inside we can see a time capsule that was put there last century. I couldn't just walk away from something so significant.
Yes, you could.
Oh, no, she couldn't. All right, so do tell. What's inside it?
Well, that's what we're all waiting in anticipation to find out. I did discover, however, that the crack is the result of a small earth tremor, probably the same one that caused the hole from the 97 earthquake to finally open up under the diner.
The wall memorial's useless. With any luck, it's going to fall down.
Why don't you keep your opinions to yourself?
No, certainly I understand, Mrs. Jones. I told my staff that it was an issue that wasn't to be discussed with the younger students, but a certain member of staff didn't comply with that instruction. Yes, you can rest assured I'll be speaking with them. No, not at all. I appreciate your call. Thank you. Why did you deliberately disobey a very clear instruction?
I had a class full of curious students that did not know what they were talking about.
We agreed we weren't going to be having this discussion with the younger students.
Martin, they were totally misinformed. It would have been irresponsible for me to say nothing.
I've just had an official complaint from Melody Jones' mother, who was very firm about what we should and shouldn't be teaching her daughter.
These are complaints from parents who want to avoid having awkward conversations with their kids at home. What are we supposed to do, bury our heads in the sand?
Nobody's burying their head in the sand, Mr. Copeland. The fact is that there are certain matters which are more effectively taught at home. Otherwise, they would be in the curriculum.
Are you seriously suggesting that we leave students ignorant to make life easier for the parents?
I am ultimately responsible for what we teach the students in this school, Mr. Copeland, and not you. And if you can remember that in future, our relationship will be less challenging. That will be all.
And the Historical Society being what it is, we're all mad history buffs. It's so tempting to take that time capsule out and see what was put there all those years ago.
I'm going to kill her.
I'll bury the body.
The committee are going to vote on what to